The Digifarm has been an important mechanic in many different Digimon games now. Starting way back with Digimon World DS, it has become a staple of the Digimon Story games, including Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, since the new story game Digimon Story Time Stranger is coming later this year. These farms will allow you to get more experience for your Digimon, some of the best items in the game, or even side quests for hunting down hard-to-find metals. Yet there are a finite number of items that can upgrade your farm. Sure, you can buy any number of goods to put on it, but the items to actually expand your number of islands and expand the farms are limited. These are farm development kits and farm expansion plugins. To use these items, simply go to the Digifarm in the Digilab, and you will see an option to add island when you have a development kit, or if you go into an already made island, you can do farm expansion if you have an expansion plugin. Each of these items can be found in two different ways: in chests around the world, or as rewards for cases that you can find throughout the game. With 4 development kits and 20 expansion plugins in the game, you have to be on the lookout. Here's where to find every farm upgrade item in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. This video will be exactly the same on the PS4 or the complete editions, as the games are exactly the same. Starting with the development kits, as there are only 4 by chapter, and then we will do all the expansion plugins. So if you are here looking for the farm development kits, this is where we will start. For the first 5 chapters of the game, you will not find any of them, so you'll be stuck with a single island. But once you get into chapter 6, you will find a case that will give you one. If you look at the board, you will find a case for the Nakano Underground. This is a very long case going through many different locations, including the therefore mentioned Nakano Underground, getting glimpses into story, glimpses into many other things, but it's relatively simple. Finish this long case, and you'll be rewarded with a farm development kit. Then, once again, you'll have to go a few chapters until you reach chapter 10, where you'll be able to find one once you go into the Valhalla server. This one is not a case reward, but is found inside of a treasure chest. If you make your way to the second map, you will be able to go onto the inner ring, go a bit to the east, and in a treasure chest just sitting there out in the open for you to take, you will find your farm development kit. In chapter 15, within the Shibuya digital shift, will be the next one that you can find. This one is found inside of a treasure chest. If you go all the way to the north side of the last dungeon map, it will be pretty much right on your way. It is very difficult to miss. Before you go down under the railway, you'll find this chest sitting here, grab it, and you will have your farm development kit. In chapter 19, this place is notoriously a maze, but thankfully the farm development kit is very easy. Once you arrive just on floor 13, if you immediately go to the elevator that's right next to you, go up to floor 14, and boom, there it is. So easy. And that is all for your farm development kits. There are only 4 to find, so once you have found them all, you'll have all 5 islands, and you'll be very happy. Alright, now we move into the farm expansion plugins. There are 20 of these. So, the very first one you will find is in chapter 2. Very quickly in the game. It is a red case, which means this is a main case, so you cannot miss it. And this is the time capsule Snow Woman. This is all about a mysterious woman who gives you little messages to help her. You go find this cute little blue kitty cat thing. There's a giant snowman trying to attack you. Very confusing things. Complete this case, and you will be rewarded with a farm expansion plugin. Then chapters 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5 all do not contain any of them, but then you get a whole bunch of them coming in chapter 6. In the Akihabara digital shift, you will find a treasure chest. Once you have entered inside, if you go directly to the east and then loop back a little south, as soon as you go into those little paths on the sides, you'll just find it sitting there inside of the chest. Another main case that you cannot miss is Ryota's Youth. This time, you will have to help out one of your childhood friends in school, help him to find some part-time work to help him be able to afford some mysterious things that he wishes to purchase and find the amusing ending to it, and you'll be rewarded with a farm expansion plugin. In chapter 6, another main case that you cannot miss is Reikotawa. You have to go into the record store to trigger this, and then once you have started this quest, you will find a mysterious person making music. And, of course, it's everyone's favorite monkey. Go take care of and figure out what the heck's going on with that, and you'll be rewarded with a farm expansion plugin. Moving on then, into chapter 7, we come to our first that is a side case, so you can miss this case if you are not just following the story. This one is the number 1 gamer. Head up to the top of Nakano, enter into the game to figure out who the heck is messing with the game, and find the rather amusing conclusion to this one, and you will be able to be rewarded with your farm expansion. Moving on into Chapter 8 now, you will find one in the Asakusa digital shift within a treasure chest. If you just take the first path, go left from the entrance, it leads you right to the chest that contains your farm expansion plugin. Then, a main case in Chapter 8, the Rare Comic Collection, is walking around with Arata and running around to a whole bunch of places to help him answer questions and help him maybe cheat just a little bit to find an answer. Help him out and he will reward you with a farm expansion plugin. In Chapter 9, you will not find any, but in Chapter 10, one becomes available to you in the Valhalla server. If you go onto the second map, head over, go all the way around on the inner ring, and you will be able to find a farm expansion plugin sitting in the chest. They're all marked on your minimap. It's hard to miss many of the chests if you're looking at it. In Chapter 11, in the Nakano Underpass, you will find a treasure chest. So if you go northwest from the very first road split, and then go southeast again, once you are able to do that, once the roads merge, go all the way back to the fence, and there you will find a chest that contains your farm expansion plugin. Chapter 12 is incredibly short, so you won't find any there, but Chapter 13 is another main case one. Night of the Enigma. This is the one that triggers if you take a break, and the brother is worried about his sister, who's hanging out with some Digimon now. Help them understand what they're capable of and defeat the big bad Digimon there, and you will be rewarded. Chapter 14, you will not find any of them there. But then in Chapter 15, a couple are available to you here. And the first one is in a side case, so another ones you could possibly miss. And Dr. Datamon develops medicine. Head on over to the hospital, speak to Datamon, and gather the unusual items that he wants you to help him to gather when looking for his medicine. Complete it, and the doctor will give you a expansion plugin. Also in Chapter 15, you will enter the Shibuya digital shift. This one you will find in a treasure chest. The chest is on the southeast side of the second to last map. If you head into what looks like a giant H, head down, across, and down, and you will find it there. In Chapter 16, a whole slew of them become available to you here. There is a side case called a Pet Digimon that you can pick up. This is about a Digimon whose tamer had them digivolve recently and has been rather distant with them. Help understand a little bit of what is going on between tamer and Digimon, make that bond whole again, and you'll be rewarded with a farm expansion plugin. Another side case that is also available here is the Poor Cold Digimon. This is an adorable little girl who's worried about a big bad Digimon who looks cold. It is adorable and cute. Be sure to help them out, and you will be rewarded handsomely for your efforts. Also in this chapter, Kowloon Level 5 becomes available to you. This is one of the more complicated ones that you will come across at this point in the game. So if you go all the way around to the east and south, you will find a chest that contains a memory up. Just to the north of that is a trap. You want to purposefully fall into that trap. Then go through the portal on the right, or the east portal, and then head west to get to the chest, avoiding the trap to the south if you don't want to have to backtrack and go all the way back through there again. And finally in Chapter 16, there is a main case, Nakano's Legendary Busters. This one has to do with the Occult Club. And I hear many of you really love the Occult Club. I generally found them annoying, but hopefully you like them. Discover the mysteries of Nakano and what's going on there with many of the different rumors that are going around, and they will reward you with a farm expansion plugin. So they give you that for a reward. I guess they can't be all bad, right? And then Chapter 17, you will not find any. Chapter 18, you will still find none as well. It's not until Chapter 19 that you can find the remaining 4 that are left. First of all, you will go into a side case, the Princess's Sign CD, so you can miss this case if you're not careful. Help this person go all around town, talking to little baby Digimon, saving a couple of them, finding them all. It's a lot of work, but hey, again, they'll reward you handsomely, so we will gladly do it. And then, the two that are most complicated. Tokyo Metropolitan Office ones. This place is notoriously a maze. So, this first one's not so bad, the second one will take even more. So, when you first arrive on the 27th floor, you want to head south, west, and then north to get to this elevator. Take that elevator up to the 28th floor, go south a little bit, drop down off of the ledge, and then north to that elevator. Take that elevator up to the 29th floor. There you will find the farm expansion plugin. Alright, you still with me on that one? Because in the next one that's in the Tokyo Metropolitan Office, it's even more complicated. So, when you first arrive on floor 36, head all the way southeast, snaking through to get to that bottom elevator. Take that up to the 37th floor. Head west until you come across another elevator. Take that elevator down to the 36th floor. Then, snake your way west and north up that area to take that elevator up to the 38th floor. Then, wiggle your way northeast from there to that elevator to take it to the 39th floor. Then, from there, head straight west, and it's a straight shot to your farm expansion plugin. And finally, in your 20th farm expansion plugin is another side case that is available in Chapter 19 called Broken Sleep. Go and deal with a Leomon and a Cyclonemon that seem to have beef with each other, that are keeping everybody up at night. Gather this last one, and you will be able to fully expand your farms with all of the farm expansion plugins in the game. I hope this helps you find everything you're looking for in the Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I hope that me putting out these videos curses me that Digimon Story Time Stranger is coming out right around the corner, so most people won't be playing this game, they'll play another one. If that's what happens, I'll take it. But thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you out. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're looking for all the farm expansion plugins that you want to find in Hacker's Memory, I already have a video for that over here. Or if you're looking for what you can do on the farms in my Ultimate Experience Guide, I'll tell you how to find the best items in the game for gathering experience. Take care.